Hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. How are you? I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Always sending you the purest of love and light in your corner of the world. Remember, always we're blessed, we're highly favored. God is for us. Who can be against us? And always you're protected, you're safe. We're stars. They cannot stop us from shining no matter what. So if it's your first time, welcome, returning soul tribers, new soul tribers. Thank you for your love, your support. Really do truly appreciate you. Thank you so very much. So here we have letting go. So some of you, you're letting go. It says, I let go of what no longer serves me to make space for new beginnings. I love it. Letting go, it's not always easy, but it is always worth it. It's always worth it. It's a risk, it's a gamble. A lot of people decide to live their life safely. It's bold because a lot of us want to stay with what is familiar with us. Starting over is never easy, moving is never easy, but it does something for you. So a lot of you, you're letting go of what no longer serves you. It's like you look at the pros and the cons and you realize that where you are, it's not working. Something is not working. You're not being fulfilled and you're leaving it. It could be relationships, it could be careers, you're making moves, you're physically leaving an area. These are the different things, but you're letting go. Confidence. I love this. When I set my mind on something, I won't stop until I reach it. Wow, I love this. You're determined, you're bold, you're brave. So your spirit wants you to know that support and encouragement are available to you as you continue to strive toward fulfilling your higher purpose. So a lot of you are moving from where it's safe, taking a chance, taking a risk on yourself. You're moving towards your purpose. It's like you're on a journey to find out, why am I here? There must be something more to life than this. If it's a quasi relationship, you're saying, I deserve better. I deserve better. You're looking at the fact that, look, this is my one life that I have to live. And it's like it's scaring a lot of people. Like, this is it. This is my story. And you're deciding to change the trajectory of your story. A lot of you, you're making bold steps to start businesses, to do things differently, because you want to leave a legacy for your ancestors, for your children to come, for your generation to come. And you're willing to take a chance, a risk on yourself to make a move. You're no longer playing it safe. You're no longer playing it small. And that is what confidence is. A lot of people, they allow fear to talk them out of their blessings. And then they get upset, they get jealous and envious with those who are bold enough to step out, to go after what it is that they want. And so, yes, you have support. And if this is something that you're doing, just know that you're not alone. And here we have self-care. I love taking the time to understand my needs, because sometimes you can stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. So a lot of you, you're pacing yourself. You're not burning, both ends of the candle anymore. You're realizing that you need to prioritize yourself. Can you work for us tomorrow? No, I need the day off. You need the money, or you want the money, but you're prioritizing your health, because you're realizing that if you are not if your health is impaired, it's not good, then what use is the money to you? So a lot of you, you're prioritizing your own needs, you're putting yourself first, and you're not sacrificing yourself for people anymore. It's like that God complex, you're done with it because you're realizing you are not God. That trying to save people, no, you're now working on yourself. And that's wonderful. That's awesome. And whatever it is that you're going after, you're committed to it. Commitment. Your thoughts, your action, your words, and your deeds, they're all aligned here. They're aligned for you. You're getting rid of anything that weigh you down or weigh down your spirit. And this could mean leaving draining jobs, commitments, or habits behind. Anything that is taking too much of you, that is exhausting you, you're leaving it all behind. You're leaving it behind. You're not, again, sacrificing yourself. You're letting go. This is like the fool's journey, packing lightly. You're not taking anybody's burdens or problems with you. You're only taking the things that you really need, the few things you need on your journey. Wow. Yeah, so it's like you're letting go of any mental block, any fear of failure that kept you stuck or that's keeping you stuck, or this is what you're called to do, to release all these mental blocks. Remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. It's false. It didn't even happen yet. A lot of you, you're thinking of worrying about things now that it, who says it's going to happen? But we're allowing these negative thoughts to seep in, to talk us out of our blessings. So you need to break free from limits so that you can unlock your true and your full potential. The only person at times that is holding us back, it's us. It's us. We can't blame that on anybody. We can't blame that because guess what? Even if people are sending spiritual warfare, you have to fight. Because this is your test as to, are you just going to roll over because you can feel that there are things pulling at you? You know it, but it's getting up and doing it in spite of, and trusting God that you are protected and that you are not alone. And instead of working out of fear, you now have faith. It's faith. You're making faith moves, faith steps. God, even though I can't see your hands, but I'm trusting your heart. I can't see that you're working. I don't know what's happening, but I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. That's what it is. So, like Bob Marley sings a song, none but ourselves can free our minds. So emancipate, free yourself, let go of mental slavery. None but us can free our minds. So for a lot of people, yes, you're not walking around with shackles on your hands, on your feet physically, but it's around your mind, and that's where the enemy wants to get you. Because it's like wherever your mind go, that's where you're gonna go. And if your mind is not going anywhere, if it's in fear, then that's where you're gonna be. So you have to speak life into yourself and encourage yourself. Be stubborn. With the confidence here is the determination to keep going. This is like the Taurus, keep going. Determination and perseverance. So you don't hinder your progress. Be stubborn, keep going, keep building. It's like be too foolish to stop. Even when people say, but why he keep doing that? Why she keep doing that? It's like you're just too dumb to stop. Because by faith. It's like, can you imagine? It's like Moses and the children and the slaves, they were walking towards the sea, and then you have Pharaoh and his army coming in the background, and the Israelites, they were now free, and they're wondering, we're between the rock and a hard place. And yet still Moses wasn't telling them, oh, let's stop, let's give up, let's throw our hands up in the air and call it quits. He was walking towards what seemed to be impossible. And it's not until we get to that place, then we have God make a way out of no way for us. You have to be persistent. You have to be driven. You have to be determined. I mean, this life is not for the faint of heart. A lot of people, they quit too soon because it's like two hiccups and they hiss their teeth and they throw their hands up in the air and they go back inside and they're finished. They're done. They're not doing it again. They're not going to keep doing it. Well, throw that hissy fit. Cry if you have to. And then you get yourself back together and keep going. Try again. Knock yourself off and try again. Try again. Yeah, keep trying again. Yeah, it's like, yeah, a lot of you were around people, places, and things that were toxic. People were probably projecting their own unhealed issues at you to cause you harm. And now you're realizing, you know what? That's not my story. That's not my problem. You need to save yourself. You need to put on your own life vest first. That's what they teach you, right? When you go on the plane. Put on your own vest first. Put on your oxygen first. Because you can only help others when you are safe yourself. In safety. If somebody is in danger, look up and down the street. Because if other traffics are coming, what use is it when you run out in front of a traffic to go to help somebody else? Then now you have two injured people. So you're realizing that you have to save yourself, prioritize yourself. If it means rest, taking care of ourselves, however way, take breaks. Saying no, realizing no is a complete sentence. Having healthy boundaries. Because you can't by you keep pleasing people, you're only hurting your own self. This is what a lot of you are coming to learn, coming to the realization of. You know, for some of you, you're moving away from all these mental blocks. You could have been dealing with people who are spiritual haters, who really hate on your spirituality, your light, your magic, your power. Anything that people were using to make you stuck. Any negative energies in your life, you're not dealing with that. You're not tolerating that. You're letting those people go. It's like you're looking for your tribe, your soul family. Those energies don't resonate. Maybe at one time they did because you were on the same vibration level, but no more. You're letting go. And yeah, you're moving on. You're moving on. So by a lot of you being stubborn, being confident, believing in yourself that you can do this, speaking positively to yourself, not criticizing yourself when you make a mistake. It's like you're baking something, cooking something, and you're judging yourself so harshly. Think about it. If you were talking to somebody who messed up, oh, you would have been so gentle. You would say, oh, come on, honey, you can do it again. Don't mind, don't worry. It's okay. But then when it comes to ourselves, we're so harsh. So it's you being kind to yourself, but not giving up, and with you doing that, you'll be too busy winning. Too busy winning. You're not gonna have time to focus on anything around you, because that's what happens when you persevere. You have a goal in mind and you're gonna win. You're gonna be victorious in spite of different things that may come up in front of you to hinder you on your journey. You're going to win. You're going to win. Wow. Yeah, so don't allow anything of the past, memories, flashback, traumas, or side effects to keep you down. It's like pushing through all of those. You know, sometimes you're growing up, people look at you and said you're not going to amount to anything. You can't do it. That's not for you. Oh, I don't see you doing that. Whatever negativities that come up in your memories, having flashback, traumas, you know, PTSD that keep you stuck in fear. You're going to push through, or you're called to face these things that scare you, to fight through these things. Again, speaking life into your situation. And when you're stubborn to go against the grain. Nobody in your family has ever done this before. Nobody in your family ever went to college, graduate from high school. Nobody in your family ever started that business. Nobody in your family ever moved out of that neighborhood or that city or that town. You are going to be the one with this fierceness. I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah. With this fierceness, you are the one who is going to do it. Do you see how this card flip around? Yeah, it's like people want you to not win. They don't want you to win. And so these are the things that you're coming up against. For some of you, or you came against, or, you know, you have all these flashbacks. Oh, maybe they were right when they said, I can't do it, or nobody in our family. And you're going to say, to heck with that. I can do it. Through Christ, with Christ, I'm believing in myself. I am taking a gamble on myself. I'm taking a risk. Because if God opened the door for you, He made a way for you, you better walk through that sea, or else you're going to be stuck on the other side. You better take hold of that responsibility. Of time and chance happens to all of us. So at the end of the day, who are you going to blame for your setbacks, your failures, you not accomplishing anything? Who are you to blame? But when you look in the mirror, you have to blame yourself. I mean, some people will try to blame their grandmother, their mother, their aunt, who probably is dead, or, you know, are they alive. You're going to look and say, oh, well, they said. That does not count. Again, we are not responsible for how people treat us, but our own healing, our own self-care, our own self-talk, it is our responsibility. That's it. Period. You can't blame anybody for your failures. You have your life to live. You are an individual by yourself. You're a whole person, man or woman. And you're responsible for your actions. You're over the age of 18. You now need to start thinking about yourself in every way. In every way. Because whether you win, it's sometimes it's just that when we win, we want to feel as if we have to take other people with us. But when you think about it, most of the harsh things, painful things that happen to us in life, who goes with us? Who feels the pain with you? It's you. You have to face the music. So you can't allow the memories of the past, the ghosts of the past. You're too old now. You can't blame the monster under the bed. If you are having any psychological issues and you need help mentally, it's okay. If you have to take medication, it's prescribed for your well-being mentally, then you do it. Nothing is wrong with that, because those people are healers too. Medicine, that's a part of healing for you. But what I'm saying is that whatever it needs to get you into that mental fitness, it's not just being physically fit is good, so is mental fitness as well. To break through the barriers, the glass ceiling. and people are going to be peeping, watching to see if you're going to be able to do this. How are you going to do this? But a lot of you on this deck, this card here, it says tunnel vision. A lot of you, you're going to just be so focused on your lane, in your lane. You don't have time to look on the other side to see what they're doing, who they're doing. You're just focused on minding your own business and taking care of yourself and what you need to do. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. See, a lot of these people, like I said, stalking, watching, they're obsessed. Because why? You decide to take care of yourself. They don't like that. Like I said, they're going to be watching you, Yeah, some of them love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, all this stuff. You're leaving that in the past because all of those things, they were toxic. Lovers were toxic, obsessed, stalking. They wanted to keep you stuck in a low vibration, and it's like you're not doing that anymore. In that place of ego, you're done with that. Because sometimes, see, people will use our past traumas to hold us stuck. They will make it seem as if, oh, it's because I love you and care for you. But yet still they keep dragging up those things in your past that will trigger you to put fear in you so that it will hold you back. And I'm so proud, so happy for you that a lot of you, you break, or you're breaking, or you broke those chains, those barriers. You're no longer in your ego, edging God out. Your ego is not your friend. It was getting in the way of you. It's like it's standing in between you and your progress. It's blocking you. And sometimes you think that people, like I said, they are supporting you, but they're keeping you stuck in toxicity, toxic habits. They want you to go out, to do clubbing, to, drink, to smoke, to sex, all of these things that doesn't serve you any good. Keep you distracted to work harder on things that you don't really like to do. You have a higher calling to move somewhere else. I mean, it's amazing how people will do things to sabotage us. They know you want to move on. It's almost like you tell somebody that you want to go back to school, who you work with, your boss. You said you would like to go back to school. And you tell them that, and all of a sudden, they didn't have any overtime. But when you share with them that you want to go back to school, now they keep asking you if you want to do overtime. You want more hours. So that can block you from going to school because now you don't have time to go to school. Now it seems good because you're making a few more dollars. But in the long run, you'll see that as expenses go up, those few dollars, it's not helping you and you're still stuck in the same place. Because if at any time they say you don't have a job, you're finished too. So you have to be careful, even with the people you share your dreams with. You may think they're your managers, but no, not everybody is your friend. It's like, do good, but just don't do better than me. They want to stop you, and it comes from the people who you would suspect the least. This is why you have to be so discerning for yourself. You can't just listen, but you have to hear, pay attention to the words that are coming out of people's mouth. And sometimes it will even come back to you after you left that conversation. And if you look within yourself, you will say, and you will see through what they're saying to you. Hear, listen to what God says, not what man says. Go within. At the end of the day, weigh the pros and cons. What is more favorable? What will give you the most favorable outcome in the long run? Yeah. So some of you, you're letting go of traditional way of thinking with the Hierophant there. You know, everybody do it this way. Like I explained all of those before. Nobody in the family ever do it. It could even be religion, a way of thinking. For some of you, you're walking away from the norm into your calling with the Hierophant here. Some of you, you're going to sign new contracts, new deals, relationship, marriages, is leaving what no longer serves you. You know, having access to the keys to the kingdom. It's like no wonder the enemy wants to keep us stuck, because your future is so bright that if you were ever to come into your full potential, it's like the enemy would be very disappointed, or people around you who want to keep you stuck, or even you, if you have the ability to get out of your way, to get yourself out of your way, you yourself will be shocked to see where just you taking a chance on yourself is like, wow, man, it's like graduation. You never thought you would have been there. Oh, it's powerful. It's powerful. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's like breaking free from the cage, coming out of the cage. You see this? They're stuck in a cage. The enemy, the devil, has control and power over them. You see that? Been trapped to attachments. Whatever is causing you to be stuck, to be obsessed. Again, people could be obsessed. It could be money, whatever it is. But it's breaking free out of that limitation. Because look, the Hierophant has the keys. Not just one, but 2 keys. Yeah, you have the key to unlock, to free yourself. Emancipate yourself. Emancipate means free yourself from mental slavery. None but only you can free your mind. It doesn't matter. People could preach like Paul to you all day, all night, encourage you. But until you decide to get up and say, you know what? I'm finished with this way of living. I'm done with this way of thinking. This thing, this job, whatever, these people, they're not doing it for me anymore. Not even God is going to force you. And that's the thing. He gives you choice. You have free will. So you can stay stuck in the cage, looking at your situations or your circumstances, or you can free yourself. You can free yourself, you know, with the Page of Swords here. Like I said, people are going to be watching, but you can also get this spark of inspiration. Whatever is communicated to you, you can run with this. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And you can finish strong. You have it within you. All of us have to start somewhere. All of us start somewhere. I remember growing up, I would ask my grandparents, were you a baby too? And they would say, yes. I said, were you like 10 years old too? And they would say, yes, man. And, you know, I would say, really? So you were like my age at one time? Because like they were in their 80s and, you know, they're here, everything feature change. And I was just so curious. They all started out as a page, as a baby. So don't be afraid of new beginnings, small beginnings. Starting afresh, starting anew. That's letting go and letting God. See, when you're stubborn like the bull, you're going to have to fight, push through some people, places, and things. Some people are not going to want to help you. Some people are going to want to discourage you. And again, you have to fight against your own thoughts, that ego, what you're telling yourself. 5 of Wands, you know, having people bickering. Like I said, letting go of ego, tension at work, gossiping. You're going to have to move, push beyond all the jealousy and the envy. Because are you going to let people's insecurities stop you from going to where you want to go? I hope you're not saying yes. You're going to push through that because they are just distractions. They are distractions. It's like you go to the city to get an application and you meet the rudest people. Are you going to let them stop you? You better be determined. You better be determined. See with the tower, stop old habits and ways regarding your life. Change any attachments, any old way of thinking. God is blowing this thing up. This is change. All these trauma and these memories, things in the past, deal with them, bring them up and let them go. Because when you push them down, then that's why it's a burden to you. But that thing that is bothering you, if you just be brave one day and say, okay, I'm going to deal with this thing that's nagging me. That's like a tower. And once you deal with it, you shut up that chatter. That devil has no more control or power over you. Yeah, it's like Knight of Cups. Loving yourself. That cup. Knowing who the people who are genuine and true to you. Not just giving your cup to any and everybody. 10 of Pentacles, it's that loving family, secure family life, leaving a legacy, a wealth, inheritance for your children's children. This is what a lot of you are pushing towards. This is what they're pushing. And trust me, with the 7 of Swords in the back, you're going to have people who are trickery, backstabbers, who will try to steal your ideas. It's like protect whatever you're working on. That's what I get from this. Because you have a goal in mind and you can reach it. Just keep going. Keep pushing. Until next time, take care.